It is time to ask the expert. Dr. Natasha Bhuyan with One Medical is here with us, and we're continuing our discussion about wearable technology. So our first question coming from Matt in Sunny Slope: how can you choose the right wearable? There's so many to choose from.
Matt, that's such a great question. So many options. So the number one thing I tell people, first of all, figure out what you want to use it for. So you might use it for fitness tracking, which a lot of people do, but there's all kinds of reasons you can use wearable. You might want blood sugar information, blood pressure information. There's also wearables that actually track your exposure. It'll track your UV radiation exposure. It'll track humidity, your pollen exposure. So if you're somebody who has lots of allergies and you want to know how much pollen you're exposed to, so figure out what you want to use it for. And then next, think about what you will actually wear. So, I've got people who they buy smartwatches, they buy these Fitbits, and then they never put them on because it might feel clunky, or they're not used to wearing bracelets.
Forgot to charge it, whatever the case is.
Yeah, so think about what you'll actually wear. Maybe you're somebody who will wear a ring, or maybe you're someone who will wear an earbud. So think about what you'll actually use in terms of functionality. And the last thing, of course, is cost, because the cost can have such a wide range. But great question.
Okay, very well. And then next question from Luke and Chandler. I set goals on my Apple Watch. Is it better to track movement, calories burned, or simply set reminders to just get up?
Yeah, this is a great question, Luke. It's kind of the perennial question of tracking movement versus calories burned. Now, the issue is with calories burned, it's not always 100% accurate. Okay. So, if you're working out and maybe you're leaning on some handles, or you're doing something to make the workout a little bit easier, it might overestimate the calories that you're burning. It also depends on your own basal metabolic rate, and that can be different for so many people. So I tell people actually track movement, because it's something that's individualized to you, and you can actually know if you're trending up or down. And again, for other people, just a reminder to get up, that's good enough for you. And so if all you need is a reminder, that's completely fine.
Absolutely, especially the 9-to-5ers. Like, you're spending so much time at your computer, it's bad for your posture and everything else. So that's great.
Little alarm. Yeah.
Another question from Sharon in Cave Creek: how accurate are some of these devices? So there you go, you just touched on that.
Yeah, it's kind of evolved. So in the beginning, these devices, they weren't super accurate. So there were studies that showed the heart rate might be off by 10 to 20%.
Oh, wow.
Or these devices might actually be overestimating how much you're sleeping. We've come a long way since then. So since they've hit the market, the devices are much more accurate. Not all of them are medical grade devices, so they're not 100% accurate. I tell people, look at trends. So for example, if you start meditating and you're trying to look at your sleep quality, you can see if your sleep is improving and the quality is improving. Okay. The number might not be exactly right, but that trend up and down, that's what you're really looking for.
And yeah, and you said to watch for those patterns too. So if there's anything alarming, you're mindful of that. So maybe track and keep a journal, or it does it obviously on the phone too. Yeah. From Jamie in Phoenix: should I use more than one device? So should you wear the Oura Ring and the Fitbit and the...
Yeah, and Jamie, that's really up to you, because it depends on what you're tracking. So I've actually found that some people, when they use more than one fitness device, it's almost information overload. Yes. And it might be, and it actually sometimes makes people panicked, because they'll say, oh, my heart rate was high on this one, but not on this one, and this said this, and this said that. And so if you feel like you'll get anxiety from that information overload, it's better to just stick to one. But if you're using multiple devices that are measuring different things, of course, that's perfectly fine. It's really tailored to what's best for you.
I love that. And lastly, just from Julie in Tempe, she texts in saying, I love my device, it motivates me. So just as you said, sometimes you just need a little reminder.
Exactly. And also sometimes people can share their information with friends or family, and that can be a motivator too of people keeping you accountable.
Oh yeah, especially if you're in the mood for a little friendly competition. How many steps can you get in the day? But don't do that thing where you put it on the dog and get extra credit.
Oh yeah, I've heard of cheaters. I've heard of that cheating.
Don't be doing that. Dr. Natasha Bhuyan, thank you so much.